Welcome viewers and dear learners to my channel Learning English with Amol. This video is all about how a direct speech can be converted into indirect speech. In the earlier video we learned few basic rules and the changes which we need to know priorly. We start learning how to convert a direct speech sentence into indirect speech one. I made it clear the basic difference between the direct speech and indirect speech about the reporting verb and reported speech. At the same time, I tried to give you very clear idea about the reported speech and its types. For example, the types of sentences: assertive, interrogative, imperative and exclamatory. So all such types of sentences can be the part of your reported speech. So while converting all these types of sentences, we need to know all the variety of rules so that there is hardly a chance of making any error while converting the direct speech into indirect one. Dear students, this video is about direct into indirect narration of the assertive sentences. As you can see here on the screen, the first sentence: "These 3 flags are in your care," he said. The sentence which is in the quotation mark or inverted comma, which is again labeled here as reported speech. Let me clear you that the statement or a sentence which is within the quotation mark or inverted comma is the original sentence or a statement asserted by the speaker. So here the speaker is he said. So said is underlined and again it is labeled as reporting verb. So these two elements one needs to know very clearly: reporting verb and reported speech. Now the point is very clear that the given sentence is in direct speech and we have to convert it into indirect one. While converting the sentence into indirect speech, we need to notice few important things. For example, whether the reporting verb is in present or past form. So you can see here that said is there and it is the second form or the past form of the original action verb say. So all the rules which we learned in the earlier video, they are applicable for this activity of converting into indirect speech. Let us see what exactly we have done here. So the indirect speech has begun with he said. Since to whom it is said to is not given, that's why said remains as it is. He said, and now the sentence which is within the quotation mark is going to get simplified. Priorly we have to remove comma and inverted comma. Afterwards we have to join reporting verb and reported speech with the conjunction that. That's why we have written here he said that. Afterwards the words which we need to change for converting it into indirect is these is converted into those. Then 3 flags are written as it is and to be's form are is converted there into were, and in your care is converted again here into my care. So this is how we have converted the first direct speech there into indirect one. Let us see the second sentence. He said to me, I am sure that you and Hillary are going to do it. Again the sentence has begun with subject and later on auxiliary and eventually at the end there is a full stop. So this is one more example of an assertive sentence, but it is in direct speech, let us convert it into indirect one. Said to is there, reporting verb is said to. So now it is converted into told. He told me. Remember, said to together is converted into told. He told me. Again, the conjunction which is applicable for assertive sentence is that. So I have written here that. Afterwards, I is for the speaker, he. So I is changed there into he. Later on, to be's form am is converted into was. Sure that, again you is here, but it is for me or I. So you is converted into I. And Hillary, R is again converted into past form where, and later on going to do it as it is, and finally a full stop. Please remember that the inverted comma given there in the direct speech is removed and it is simplified, and now it is absolutely an example of indirect speech. Third sentence is here, Colonel Hunt said to me. So the speaker in this sentence is Colonel Hunt and the listener is me. As usually we can see that the reporting verb is said to, it means it is in past form, and the actual statement of the speaker Colonel Hunt is, I am glad to know that you brought an Indian flag. As usually we can find the features of as an assertive sentence there in the entire statement. So we have to apply all the rules which are applicable for an assertive sentence in direct speech. Colonel Hunt said to is converted into told, afterwards me, and later on comma and inverted comma is removed and it is joined by that. Afterwards I is converted into he, and later on to be's form am is converted into was. Glad to know that, again you is there for me, so you is converted into I. But you see here that you brought an Indian flag. If assume that this is a sentence, so subject you and thereafter an action verb brought, so S plus V2, that's why it is simple past tense, and when the given sentence is in simple past, it is always converted into past perfect tense. I repeat it that if the given sentence in the direct speech is in simple past, it is transformed into past perfect tense. That's why you is converted into I, and afterwards this brought has been changed in had brought. So this is the very significant change that you all need to notice. An Indian flag as usually, and finally a full stop. So this is a fine example of getting it known that how you can convert an assertive sentence into simple past tense, which is in simple past tense can be converted into past perfect tense. The last sentence on the screen is, I don't want all that, said the stranger. The sentence has begun with the original sentence reported speech, I don't want all that, and later on said the stranger. So the arrangement of the sentence can be vice versa. Sometimes it may start with the reported speech, and sometimes it may start with the reporting verb. But while converting the sentence into indirect, you have to start with the reporting verb. So the sentence has begun, the stranger said that, as usually as a conjunction, and I is converted into he, and do not is converted into did not. Want, all, and that is already given, so that cannot be changed in any other form. That's why it remains as it is that. So this is how we have learned about the assertive sentences, direct speech into indirect speech. Dear students, here are again few sentences for your consideration. The stranger said, I will not let you go. Statement number 5. The stranger said, I will not let you go. This sentence is in simple future tense. The stranger said, and afterwards it is joined with that, and I is changed into he, and will is changed into its past form, that is would. So will not is changed into would not. Let and you is there for me, so that's why it is converted into me, and later on an action verb go as it is. Next, number 6, I said to the stranger, otherwise I will not open my mouth. This sentence is again converted into indirect by applying all the basic rules. Said to is converted into told. Afterwards it is joined with that, and later on otherwise is as it is, and I is here for I, that's why it is not changed, and will is changed into its past form, that is would. I would not open, and again my remains here my, and mouth as it is, and finally a full stop. Please remember that you need to know the clear relationship of the given sentence with the speaker and the listener. Once you understand them clearly, you can make the changes in subject and an object as per the requirement. Next is number 7. The astrologer said to the stranger, you were left for dead. Again here said to is there converted into told. The astrologer told the stranger that here you is there for the stranger, so you is replaced with he. Afterwards, as I made it clear that if the given sentence is in simple past, you have to convert it into past perfect tense. But here there is no action verb, only an auxiliary verb. So were is converted into had, and afterwards to be's form be is converted into its past participle been. He had been left for dead, and finally a full stop. Next sentence is he said to the stranger, you were pushed into a well nearby in the field. Again the sentence has reported speech said to, so it is converted into told the stranger. Again it is joined with conjunction that. You is here for the stranger, so again it is converted into he. Once again it is in simple past tense, so again it is converted into past perfect tense by making had been in place of where had been used. He had been pushed into a well nearby in the field. So remaining part remains almost as it is. The next sentence, which is again very interesting one. She said, I can buy some jaggery and coconut tomorrow. Here you can see that the sentence is the given sentence has modal auxiliary as well as some of the words like tomorrow which need to be changed while converting it into indirect speech. So she said remains as it is. Afterwards this comma and inverted comma is removed and it is joined with that. I is here for she, so I is converted into she. Later on can is converted into its past form could. She could buy some jaggery as it is, and coconut, and only the change which is very important to know that tomorrow is converted into the next day. I repeat it here that tomorrow is converted into the next day. So these are the few minute changes why you need to do while converting it into indirect speech. The last one, she said to him, you look worried. Again said to is converted into told. Later on this reported speech is joined with reporting verb is joined with reported speech with the conjunction that. You is here representing him, so you is converted into he. Again your action verb which is in present form is converted into past form. You look is converted into he looked, and worried remains as it is. So this is how we have seen almost 10 sentences of the assertive type which we have converted into indirect speech for our understanding. I hope I have given you all the possible varieties of sentences therein. Almost all the sentences are extracted from your textbooks. So please, if you like this video, mark like, share it with your friends and relatives, and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you.